Welcome to my little update. I'm here in Chamonix. It's the end of April and I'm sitting next to a beautiful fireplace because up here in the mountains today has been rainy and it's pretty cold. But we'll get to that in a minute. So as a quick update, you haven't heard much from me since the end of 2014. I was injured quite a bit and I spent my off season spending some time with my family in Florida. I did a lot of fishing. I made a motorcycle license and drove my Harley around, which was a lot of fun. But you know what? I missed training and I missed my sport very, very much. During that time, I received a lot of treatments. I probably had daily treatments and daily exercises to get better. My hip problem, which I got in March after my Ironman success in Melbourne, was pretty serious, more serious than I thought. Remember that it happened in March during the race and I got injured and I tried to maintain my form all the way to Roth, which was in July 2014, and I felt already kind of the negative effects of that injury and I didn't race that well. Afterwards I wanted to come back and I couldn't, so we pulled the plug. There was no Hawaii. I tried to come back to Bahrain and I had a disastrous race, so I got back, got more treatment, and now I'm actually healthy. During that time, I was looking for opportunities to get back in a perfect mental state, to get back on track. I did a lot of meditation. I started doing transcendental meditation. So I'm doing that 20 minutes twice a day, and as you can see, I'm all relaxed, very calm. It's doing me really some good. During that time, I also edited my book, so I'm pretty much done with the proofreading process. I still want to add a couple of side products to that book to make that a whole new level of triathlon book. So I'm still working on it. I'm not just talking about it, but I'm actually pretty far into it. And just be a little bit more patient. It will come out and it will blow your mind. In late December, I was looking for additional options to get back on track, and I flew to Scottsdale. In Scottsdale, I was doing some new bike fitting, and we looked at the cutting edge of seat positioning, how to really stress in the hip, and I saw my good friend Mike Girard, who's working at CycloLogic, and we found a really good opportunity to get me back on track, and we applied that, and now we're back. Then in January, I went to Lanzarote, one of the Canary Islands. I've been many times, probably 12 times by now. And we had a training camp in Sands Beach, which is our official team hotel from Team U-Place BMC. That's our typical winter place. We love to go there. It's a fabulous pool. Seriously, 20 meters next to my accommodation is the pool. So there's no excuse. So lots and lots of training, great weather, and it was great seeing the entire team there. And we did a lot of photo shooting and got ready for the season. In February, where I went to Jackson Hole, Wyoming to do some cross-country skiing, I was on the verge of getting back into the triathlon training, but I couldn't train that much. So biking was good, but I needed some more activity. So we choose to do some cross-country skiing, which I've done the last couple of years, and it's just amazing. It adds a lot of fitness. It's a full body sport. And well, I did between 30 and 50 kilometers cross-country skiing per day. I only lasted a week, but we took it to the very next level, and we had a great experience seeing my sister over there. She lives there. On one of my half-off days, I had the chance to go skiing with my sister, who's an international mountain guide. She took me to some backcountry skiing, and boy, that was crazy. They seriously doing some crazy stuff. Unfortunately, with the sport, I don't get to ski very much, so that half day, that was just unbelievable, and man, I won't forget that very soon. Anyways, after that, I really kick-started the training. It got better each day. We still were handicapped on the running part, so we focused on swimming and the biking, and we ran pretty much every second day since then. Mid of April, I moved over back to Luxembourg, and as you can imagine, if you're only home for a couple of days, appointments pile up like crazy. It's usually the first time I come back after a long time. It's a lot of appointments and lots of rendezvous. And of course we did osteopathy, we did physiotherapy, we did 3 times training a day, so you can imagine those days are filled up to the very max. And after a successful week over there, we packed our bags. We were on the way to Tuscany, but we made a short stop in Chamonix in France, where I am right now, high up in the mountains, doing lots of mountain training. I do need to get some hill training in my legs, on the running as well as on the cycling part, just to get ready for the season. And from here on, I will move to first to Mallorca for a week for official training camp with Team U-Place BMC, and then back to Tuscany, which will be our winter base. Sorry, our summer base. Winter's gone, summer's coming. So that's where we're gonna be for the next 4 months, and I'm planning all my races from there on. About my races, so the first race will be my comeback race, which will be the European Championships Challenge Rimini at the 24th of May. I am very confident that I can be in pretty good shape then. My second race will be Challenge Denmark. This is the race where I really want to be in good shape. That's the last test before my peak races. And the peak races will be the World Championships ITU long distance, the 27th of June in Sweden, and then 2 weeks later I will rumble again at Challenge Roth, which is the 2 highlights of this year. For the second part of the season, I'm not 100% sure yet. This will be depending on the results that I can produce in those first races, and I will update you as soon as I have a clue. One thing is for sure, I do want to go back to Hawaii. I want to look for some good points that I can launch in the second part of the season to have a very successful Hawaii in 2016. One thing you should remember from that long video, Bockel is back, I'm ready to rumble, and I'm working my butt off. It doesn't matter if it's here in the cold in the middle of the mountains or if it's going to be in Tuscany in the brutal sun. And I'll be back. I want to thank you very much for checking in. Don't lose your trust. We're back to the absolute peak performance. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys out there very soon.